Hello, I'm Chris Campbell.
And I'm Blake Benberry, and we welcome you to 15 News. You know, Chris, with the spring season in full swing, many thoughts turn to spring cleaning.
Yeah, tell me about it. I am knee deep in spring cleaning at my house, and I don't know when it's going to end. I'm just throwing out a whole bunch of stuff.
Have you ever wondered where your recyclables go after they are picked up at the curb?
I've wondered about that from time to time.
Well, residents of numerous communities were able to see firsthand what happens by way of a community-wide open house. Let's check it out. The Resource Recovery and Recycling Authority of Southwest Oakland County, also known as RRRASOC, and the ReCommunity Group hosted an open house at the Southfield Materials Recovery Facility. The open house was timed to coordinate with Earth Day and the Southfield Hazardous Waste Day.
In 2008, a company called ReCommunity Recycling took over operations of the plant. They won that contract through a competitive bidding process, and in 2011 they invested $4.5 million in the plant to retrofit the facility, to bring in a lot of new equipment and make it into what's known as a single stream facility. And what that means is all the materials can go into the bin or cart together, all the materials go into the truck together. It's more convenient for the homeowner, more efficient for the hauling company, and then once it gets here, it gets dumped onto a tip floor all together, and through a combination of mechanical and manual means and some innovative uses of technology, that material gets separated into various commodities where it's then baled and shipped off to market all over the United States and all over the world.
Today we're collecting all types of household hazardous wastes. That includes your general chemicals, aerosols, oils, antifreezes, flammable paints. We're also collecting electronics, lamps, light bulbs, mercury devices, anything that we can keep recycled and out of the municipal landfills we'll take here.
Guided tours allowed guests to see the single stream sorting facility, and employees were on hand to answer questions, many of which revolved around how to reduce and reuse.
A lot of people don't realize that they can reuse a lot of items, such as plastic containers, Cool Whip containers, that type of thing. Those can be used for storage. You don't have to recycle them. You can use them, and when they're at the end of their life, then you can put them in your recycling bin. Glass jars, anything like that, anything with a lid type of thing like that, you can reuse. A lot of your, say, your plastic potting plants that plants come in for the spring, you could start up new seeds in them in the next season. There's a lot of different ways that you can reuse, and if you just think about it, you can reuse and instead of recycling, and then when it's at the end of the life, then it can be recycled.
The event proved to be informational from a practical standpoint, highlighting what items can be reused and what happens to them in the recycling process.
As much as we can, we reuse. Whether it's the antifreeze we can reuse, it goes for a filtration and reuse program. It's a good same with the oils and the paints. As much as can, we'll go to a fuel blending. That way we can, make sure that commodity is reused in the fuel market. All the electronics will get broken down to base components and sent to smelters or plastic recyclers, anything along those lines, as well as the mercury devices. We process the mercury devices to recoup that mercury to keep it out of the landfills.
The biggest change is we've moved from only wanting plastic bottles, the narrow neck bottles, to now we take all kinds of plastic, wide mouth containers, butter tubs, Cool Whip containers, large bulky plastic. So we really expanded the range of materials that we take. And the biggest thing I think is important is the preparation requirements really diminished. Folks don't have to take their caps off their bottles anymore. They don't need to worry about bundling their newspapers or bundling their cardboard. Just put it all in the bin or the cart together, and it makes its way to us, and we separate it all.
The open house is one of many events offered by RRRASOC and its affiliate groups.
What we do tours for K through 12 groups. The tours, they will come in here, they see a video on recycling, how the plant kind of works, and then they also go out into the plant and actually physically see the recyclables being recycled, being sorted. And it kind of makes them connect with, they're putting it at the curb and it's really going somewhere. It's really coming to a facility and being recycled. And the kids get a big kick out of it. They think it's very exciting. In addition to our regular educational programs, we also have 5 hazardous waste collection events every year. They're hosted in different cities. As long as you're a RRRASOC member, you can go to any of those, visit our website, go to the hazardous waste link, and you'll get the dates and the locations for all of those. And that's where you can get rid of your toxic material that you can't put in your bin, like your paints, your oils, just chemicals from around your house where they can't be thrown in the trash, they should be disposed of properly. And those are free to our residents.
To learn more about upcoming environmental awareness events, visit RRRASOC.org or call 248-208-2270.